So come on, Will, tell us the background. Now, can we go first with you?
Yeah.
Because you're a very interesting individual in your own right, and this is not a time to be modest. Tell us about your background.
So personally for me, I was brought up in Lancashire, on the Lancashire Mosses, and from a really young age I thought, I quite like the look of farming. We lived literally 200 yards from a farm, not from a farming background, and then got the bug really early. So that was a small 200-acre farm growing a lot of...
So just to confirm, you don't come from a farming stock. You don't have 10,000 acres tucked away
No,
top of Norfolk.
No, that would be nice. So yeah, been at Greens for over 20 years, came through the business pretty well, and just carried on with potatoes, beetroot, and in a great position now we're running the business.
And I was thinking about it on the ride up here. There's some businesses that will take a view that their futures within their existing team, grow your own, and to me Greens to Soham have been the epitome of that, because they have grown your own with yourself and your colleagues.
Yeah, so certainly with talent, for me the business is only as good as the staff you employ. Yep. I'm very much like to bring people through the business. Yep. See the potential.
And bigging you up, you're a case in point.
Yeah.
You started off and now you're an MD of the business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the big question. Do you enjoy your job?
I do. Every day. Stresses as it comes, but actually days like today when you're in the field looking at crops, it's, it makes you think, where else would you want to be? The important piece for us as well as Greens is relationship. Yeah. The estate we're sat on now, it's been a long time relationship we've had with the landlord.
Okay.
How do we invest in water? Yeah. What rotation? How can we invest in nutrition? Okay. So it's really built on relationship.
Okay. So that's a symbiotic relationship, partnership, collaboration.
Yes.
That you've got. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and it works well because we don't own any land in UK. In Poland, Romania, yes, we have more secure land, but UK is very much just landlord leasing, long-term rentals, contract farming on a good rotation. Okay,
and that would only work if you had that relationship with those with those partner companies, because presumably if you were doing a bad job, they would say thank you, not for the next years.
It's similar to customers. You're only as good as yesterday's load. Which is a bit brutal, but actually it keeps us in the right place, keeps the mentality right. Okay. We can't afford to let customers down, same as we can't afford to let farmers down who own the land. It's about understanding, how do we put potatoes into their rotation? How do we improve soils? What's the following crop harvest dates? How do we support them with irrigation? It's the bigger piece that we do together. My son is now apprentice for our business.
Is he?
So he's at Eastern College in Norwich, and he's also apprentice with Greens. And he loves farming. I look at him and think, okay, it's very similar to how I was. He's got the passion, and I can see the drive in him. So absolutely encourage people to come in. We have to eat. How do we farm and have the right regen approach to it? So it's all about rotation. It's all about other crops as well as spuds. Potatoes, we know, is hard on the land. For 6 years we've been working with different methods on how to plant potatoes. Let's not move the soil, let's go shallower. What do we do with the stone? Let's supply nutrition better, let's supply water better. But ultimately we need yields to go up as well. This whole thing around, we just had a trial down at Groundswell last week with Burgess, and great, we did it without ploughing, we did it without subsoiling, ridging, but actually it's going to be 50% yield there. Wow. So we can do it without moving soil, but we don't want to have to go and plant double the area in the UK. It's the wrong thing to do.
It's finding that happy medium.
Well, and it's the common sense piece. So,
but I knew this anyway. But what excites me is that you're looking at it, that you're doing the day to day, but you're also looking positively towards the future.
Yes.
And that a really good example with Burgess at the Groundswell event last week. You're very curious about that. You're proactive about it.
And we have to be. And a lot of our customers are working massively hard on it. So again, we're supporting them and learning from them as well.
So we'll just talk to us about this crop. What is this? What's the variety? What's it destined for, and market wise?
So this is salad potato variety, destined for one of our main salad retailers. We've got a variety called Pia here, which is an old variety, which historically has been very good, but there's better, newer varieties available now. For us, it's all about tuber numbers. How do we maximise tuber numbers to get the right size product?
Lovely spuddy waddies. I've got to ask you the question, do you like spuds?
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. There's a little camera there that's rolling. Oh yeah. I love the fact that he's very shy.
I am camera shy. I have an image of myself that doesn't correspond with reality. That's the.
So are we going to tell Mr. Coxwell that that's a 360 camera?
Yes.
So it's recording everything round you, up, down, upside down.
Yeah.
Max,
doing all right?
Very well.
Good.
Been hearing great things about you from this fantastic
I'd
man.
expect nothing less. Still get people stay, they come and they stay, but also we get some new people coming in as well, which is good. Different ideas, different methods,
Well done. Very impressive. Now, it's been said that in farming you need a couple of things. You need soil, you need people, you need sun, and you need water. One of the biggest issues at the moment in the UK and internationally with farming is water. If you look at the potato sector, it's amazing that some crops, they get watered up to 14 times just to get a main crop. And is that use of water the most efficient? Is there another solution? Well, we're going to meet Andrew because he thinks he's got the solution. Let's go find out!
Morning, sir. How are you?
I'm very well.
Good. We left a gap big enough for a BMW, and you've now got a Triumph.
BMW?
I thought you had a BMW that the boys were selling.
I did back in the days. Tim!
Morning, how are we doing?
Very well. Yourself? I'm Max. Max, nice to meet you. You
All
too.
right.
Very well.
Good. Morning, Andrew.
You got the assistant.
Got my little helper with me, yeah, absolutely. How you doing, mate? All right, good, thank you. So I'm farm manager for Patrick Dean's. We have sort of 3,000 acres in this area of arable farmland. We do about 700 acres of potatoes each year.
700, wow.
All for the packing market, so it's all about quality for us. Quality is sort of the key driver, really, to make sure that we can get them into supermarkets. We were already doing drip irrigation at the time, but at that time we were doing about 500 acres of potatoes. We were only doing about 30 to 40 acres under drip irrigation. The rest of it was all with boom and reel and rain gun irrigation. And pretty much as soon as I came into it and as soon as I saw it, I thought, this is awesome. I didn't previously have a background in potatoes.
That's that mindset moment, Max, that I talked about. You get somebody like Tim that sees the potential, and it just clicks for him. And then you get other people who don't see that.
What's if I'm being cynical? My dad's done it this way, my granddad's done it this way.
A little bit.
Have we got an interloper, Andy?
I was just listening in from the side. How are we doing?
Hi Andy, long time.
Yeah, good to see you.
You too.
See you.
Right, Andy.
Now then.
So I'm just going to throw you under the bus. What's your views of drip irrigation?
In the right place, in the right circumstances, it's absolutely brilliant. No doubt Tim sort of filled you in on the turn on and offable bit of it, really, in these extreme drought times, and when water's limited, it can make growing the right amount of potatoes in the right area really interesting, really.
Yeah. This is Neil. He's the man who runs the irrigation on drip.
I wouldn't go that far.
He's the wizard. He's the wizard. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I got a bucket of bits. That's for sure.
Andrew, for the uninitiated, explain that lovely piece of black plastic that's going over the potatoes, please.
Well, that's the tape. We used varying different types of tape. This is Tim majors on 22mm tape, which delivers a bit more water, and we can actually get a longer distance with the 22mm tape, so we can go up to 400 metres where traditionally the 16mm bore tape was 250, 300 metres if it was slightly downhill.
Andy, I'm going to throw you under the bus again. You as the ultimate customer of Tim's product, what's your take at an initial look at that crop? I know we're not near harvest yet, but what's your initial take on the quality?
Yeah, we're looking at really nice Maris Piper there that wouldn't traditionally be grown on this land to that sort of skin finish without the ability to get water on little and often, and that's what trickle gives that solution to be able to do. So okay. Yeah, they look fantastic.
Bit like potatoes.
I always think this time of year when you've got reams and reams of empty boxes, it's sort of, you know, it's all the sort of calm before the storm, isn't it?
Yeah. Ultimate Lego.
Ultimate Lego. Have you ever stacked a wall of potatoes?
No.
Very, very satisfying. Building a potato wall. You stand back, it's a bit sort of like a fundamental, you know, we like digging holes on beaches, but we also like stacking, building walls.
Shape and size of the farm.
This is Northfield Farm. It's the main potato hub of Waldsea Farms.
Of the UK. Sorry.
Yeah. So we are doing, the whole farm is circa 20,000 acres. Wow. That's built up over the last 40 years. And we are growing, of that, the key part, of course, the potato part, is around 1,000 acres. Okay. So 400 hectares.
What's the crop here?
So we are in a crop of Marquise variety, very popular with the end market of the bagging trade. Makes a very good chip. And actually, in the Smith household, we are universally agreed that it also makes a very good baked potato.
When do you think you're going to harvest here?
So this was actually one of the later planted crops. So we didn't plant this. We were last here. We were about 25th of April. So I would see this as a second half of October harvesting crop.
Okay.
Deliberately so. To wrap up, how can we attract more people to become members of CUPGRA, do you think?
We as CUPGRA have got to communicate why people should become members. So there is a big communication piece from the CUPGRA side, but there's as to what benefits can be. Somebody once did describe it to me, and I think they're absolutely right, that it's priming the flywheel of potatoes.
Hi Sarah, so how do you think today's gone at the Members' Day?
Yeah, I think we've had a great day. We've had lots of questions, lots of engagement across a wide range of different topics.
Yeah.
So we've had projects on producing fibres from potato stems. We've talked about PCN and some trials on sprang as well. So lots of different pest conversations going on. And I think one of the really valuable things about CUPGRA is that chance for members to have a question and be like, but what about this?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that makes our research stronger, because we're not our assumptions get challenged, and they get challenged by real world problems, and that makes the research a lot more applicable and a lot more useful, hopefully.
Yeah.
Very well, yourself.
Yeah, good.
So am I correct in thinking that, as you were saying, you've only been growing potatoes here for 8 years?
Yes, 8 years is when we started. The first 2 year were through another company, so they rented the land off us and we did the work.
Yeah.
And then we grew it by ourselves. We grew it under our own name, and then we got hold of got the store and started storing it. So the first crop that we grew commercially for ourselves was Maris Piper, which went straight off the field. And then you'll see later on in 2018 we built the store, and that's when the acreage started going up for long-term storage with the store we've got, which we'll go through later on.
And are you worried about water, the availability of water in years to come, or are you fairly future-proof here with the systems that you've created?
This is crucial. Yeah. A way to store water so that you've got access to it in a year like this, where we've had, as Danny said earlier, we had 4 heat waves this year.
We're just gone on the back of the fourth heat wave.
So if you cannot store water, it's a problem. You get stopped.
Okay.
8,000 tonnes of potato storage. All positive ventilation, so omni-vent store. Grading shed on this side. We'll go out and take a walk and have a look round.
Darren, can I see some potato boxes?
Thousands.
Just over 6,000.
6,000.
Yeah.
The Dyson business is obviously is a great ambassador for specifically the potato sectors. Danny, are you positive about the future of the sector of potatoes for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Are you positive?
100%, you've got to be. We're going to need it, so you've got to be positive. What we have got to do is work out how we can get them on people's plates, as with any fresh food. So it's always going to be there. What way, shape or form, I couldn't tell you right now.
Yeah.
But we've got to keep looking forward to that way, because it ain't going to go away. So yeah, 100% positive.
Yeah.
I can't not be, right? I've been in potatoes most of my career. I think, it's a great sector. We produce some great quality in the UK, and we're innovative as an industry. We need to be more collaborative, I think, on R&D. I think, whatever your views of prior AHDB potato group, what they did do was bring collaborative research together.
Yeah.
And I think we're missing some of that right now.
Okay.
Actually, I think there's some duplication, so I think we can do better.
Yeah.
We can do better about educating the consumer.
Yeah.
100%. We've always said that. We've said that since I started 20 years ago. So
Yeah.
there's nothing new there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm positive about it. I think the quality that we grow in the UK is second to none. So
so we're optimistic about the future, but we need more collaborative approaches across all sectors. So the future's looking bright.
Whether it's education of school children, whether it's education of consumers, whether it's research and development, that collaboration has to be across the entire sector, from growers to processors to packers, everybody in the chain. Okay.
And just to wrap up, after 3, you're both going to tell me what your favourite potato variety is, because I just want to get that confirmed. Together, after 3, 1, 2, 3.
Melody.
Mariola.
Right, so off you go, Danny. Well done.
Oh, right.